Hello, I'm John Driscoll, and I'll be explaining my passion for social studies outside the classroom environment. Social studies is kind of a hobby of mine. I enjoy taking in historical content such as educational YouTube videos, documentaries, and historical movies. Some of my favorite movies are historical films like Lawrence of Arabia or the 2012 Lincoln movie. I was in the Model UN. I love learning and exploring subjects that relate to social studies. I especially like interacting with social studies and learning how it affects the world. And I also like making maps. I've made fictional fantasy maps, such as this one, but I've also made tons of real-world maps, both accurate and alternate history ones. I love to explore history and social studies through maps. It also helps me learn when researching for them. Cartography is a passion of mine, and it helps me explore and examine history. I've been making maps and learning about history for as long as I can remember, at least since middle school. Here's a map I made when I was 8. Now I'll show off a couple of maps. Okay, let's begin with a real map. I'm talking about a map that actually represents the real world. With this map, I'll use data, charts, and other credible maps to make them. On this map, it shows how many major presidential candidates have come from states. On the high end, with New York with 28 presidential candidates in white. On the low end, there are states like Idaho with 0 presidential candidates. We can see states like Virginia, Ohio, Massachusetts, and Illinois also have had major importance, showing in the number of presidential candidates. We can clearly see Virginia's historical importance in early American politics in this map by its whitish color. Next, I'll move on to an alternate history map. In this map, I'll explore where I've changed something, and that something is the political landscape of the United States. This still uses data and real-world maps as inspiration. The alternate history map I'm showing off is this one, where the U.S. had multiple political parties. In this map, in the bottom, you can see the parties. On the right, you can see the county level. And on the left, you can see the House and Senate. The next map I'm showing off is a straight-up fantasy map. Although it may be fantasy, it's still based on real-world ideas and time periods. This one is inspired by early 20th century Europe. It is kind of supposed to represent mid-World War I Europe. The peninsula on the left is supposed to represent France. And up north and to the right, it's supposed to represent Germany somewhat. I've also started writing a book based on this map. Hopefully this has shown my love for social studies outside the classroom through both maps and other ways. I believe this will contribute to the social studies community during the summer program through my passion and determination to learn and grow as a student. I love social studies, and this will help me contribute to the community summer program.